I'm a bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch.
Hey, what's up? My name is Anna Simone, and this is my story. So, all my life, I've wanted to be a model or an actress, but mainly a model. I've always fantasized about walking the runway or being in a magazine or a commercial. I did well in school. You know, I didn't get all A's, but I did pretty well in school, and I knew, if I can't model or act, I'll be successful in some type of way. I've always been ambitious. I've always been, I've always been me. Played basketball, softball a little bit, and I even cheerleaded too in high school. And I was trying to become a model on my own, but at the time, social media wasn't popping. So it wasn't as easy. And when I turned 18, I got very sick with an autoimmune disease called ulcerative colitis. And ulcerative colitis is fairly related to Crohn's disease, right? So basically your immune system, it goes wacky and it attacks your large intestine. Yeah. So all of a sudden when I got 18, I got very sick. I was throwing up a lot. There was blood in my stool. I was rapidly losing weight. I completely lost my appetite. I was very dehydrated, and I didn't know what was going on with me. I would go to the emergency room and they're telling me I'm just dehydrated, have some Metamucil, and later I found out that's like the opposite of what I need, okay? And it was very, very tough. Then I also got into a relationship that was extremely toxic and traumatizing too. And I'll get into that another time. But the combination of the stress in that relationship on top of a disease where you're throwing up and you're vomiting consistently all day, every day, and you're also taking steroids and medications, not steroids, but basically it's a medication that helps with inflammation in the body. But it's so strong, it makes you a little sick too. So yes, very, very tough disease to deal with. And the timing just made it even worse because, I was graduating high school, I was going to college. And even though all these things were happening to me, I still made sure I got my degree. I still walked ahead and got my degree. I had my gown on and everything. And I think I'll make a video about that too another time, because that was something else. I was very sick. A few years later, after being diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, I ended up becoming a type 1 diabetic. And I'll go into more detail about how it happened. I'll say how it happened, but I'll go into more detail later. But essentially, I was dealing with my ulcerative colitis. I was having what's called a flare. So basically, my symptoms of being nauseous, throwing up, blood in my stool, no appetite, losing weight, that was coming up, and it was coming up periodically, once a month. I was in college, about an hour away from where I'm from, and I went back home to get my hair done. And once I came home, I ended up having a flare-up. I went to the emergency room. I was given an antibiotic without being tested for an infection. They knew I had a history of an infection called C. diff or C. difficile. which is an infection in the lining of your gut. But at the moment, we found out I didn't even have that. So there was no reason to even give me the antibiotic, but it happened. Turns out that I'm extremely allergic to this medication, and my liver, my pancreas, and my kidneys were simultaneously shutting down on me. And it was the most extreme pain I've ever felt in my life. They stopped the medications, the pain went away, but I ended up waking up as a type 1 diabetic. I had got like a pseudocyst in my pancreas, and experiencing pain from that, but now I'm not even developing insulin anymore. Very, very traumatic experience. And over the years, between having ulcerative colitis and having, diabetes, I've been vomiting quite a bit. I've been vomiting a lot. At this point in time, I have a lot more control over my health, so that's not an issue. But for many, many years, it was an issue. Like, I was getting sick a lot. And no matter how much I brush my teeth, they just didn't make it. My teeth are very decayed after so much throwing up. And that's essentially one of the biggest blows, one of the hardest things about my story. So having those two diseases and my teeth becoming decayed has definitely put a stop to me becoming a model, becoming an actress, becoming an influencer, and all these things that are happening now. It is a little bit heartbreaking because this is a day and age where it's very easy to get exposure, it's very easy to be seen, but I feel the need to hold myself back because of my teeth. I can handle my scars from my surgeries, and for me right now, what's standing in my way, honestly, is just trying to find a solution to get the money, the finances to afford an oral surgery, even if that means like traveling overseas. I'm not really sure. I've been kind of dwelling over it, so I haven't done as much as what I would want to do. Like, health programs go, there's not really a lot of things that will help you as far as teeth when you're not elderly. And I don't know, like, I feel like having diabetes and ulcerative colitis, those are disabilities, but most programs that I sign up for don't agree with me. So it's been a real challenge. And even though it is a challenge, I really don't see myself giving up. I really don't. Right now, like I said, everybody is making moves, and I'm a person that doesn't give up. So I know what's at stake. What's at stake is my dream, my happiness, my smile, having my smile back with me and everything to me. And not only that, I'm in pain on a daily basis. When I eat, I'm always in pain. Brushing my teeth, I'm in pain. I don't even want to go into detail about too much, but I'm always in pain because of my teeth, and it just really sucks. And so, like, I've decided to start documenting my life, living as a diabetic, living as a person that had an ileostomy bag before, and is still trying to be themselves no matter what. I don't feel like I need to stop being myself or participating in this day and age because I've had a few obstacles in my life, but who hasn't? I'm not gonna lie, like, it really does affect my mental health as well. I used to have a very beautiful smile, and when I look at old pictures, it really does hit home how beautiful my smile used to be. So for my mental health, it really does impact that quite a bit. So I'm at a point where I've built enough self-love and strength to speak up on my story and share something that I've been kind of hiding and isolating myself from sharing with anybody. And I've been just isolating myself in general. But now at this point, I'm gonna really express self-love and speak on my story. I've gotten a lot of support from my mom. I've, come to her about how I feel and how much it affects me, and she's always there to listen to me, never judging me or joking on me. I might say a joke about my teeth, but she won't. But that's why I love her. Also, I'm hoping that telling my story will be the starting point of building a community for people that can be brave enough to tell their story too. And I'm also hoping to get support from making these videos and slowly building a community where, we can share each other's stories. I can share mine. You guys can kind of comment, on what's going on with you. And yeah, that kind of builds some support and positivity, So for me, I have been on an extremely long journey. I've pretty much defeated everything that's tried to stop me. So boom, I went ahead and knocked out ulcerative colitis. I got my 100% of my colon removed back in 2015. So boom, knocked that out. I also have low-key defeated diabetes by taking control of my sugars with my Dexcom and my Omnipod. So now, my health is awesome and I got control. So I got that out the way. I went ahead and got rid of somebody I was dating for over a decade who was extremely toxic, narcissistic, sociopathic, all the things. Boom, got rid of him. So there's that. I started spending time with myself. I started gaining self-love and understanding that I am worth telling my story and I do have value even though these things happen to me. Getting my teeth fixed would definitely get rid of negative thoughts. You ever heard of imposter syndrome? It would help me start modeling and acting and being that influencer that I really want to be, even though I'm still gonna get to it regardless. I think it would overall make me complete after everything that I've been through. And so I appreciate anybody that's listened in and just took the time to watch my video. I really do. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link to my GoFundMe in the description at the bottom of this video. Make sure you follow me on social media. I'm gonna be making more videos documenting what is it like being, young, beautiful in 2024, and also being a diabetic. How does that work? So stay tuned.
I'm a bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch. I'm a bad